That another major breaking news story we're following this morning. Republicans led by House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer calling off the dogs.
Yeah, they were set to hold FBI Director Christopher Wray in contempt of Congress for failing to produce a classified document that allegedly implicates then Vice President Biden in a bribery scheme. But now they have that document they were demanding, and some House Republicans actually are getting a look at it.
Yeah, just to be very clear, this FD 1023 is not classified. That's why many people are wondering, will the American public ever be able to see this? We know Marjorie Taylor Greene took notes, and she made a statement there on social media about it, breaking down what she saw. Another person that saw it, one of those House Republicans, is Congressman Eric Burlison of Missouri, a member of the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. He has seen this document. Again, the document that alleges that the president, then Vice President of the United States, committed a crime while he was Vice President. Congressman, talk to us about what you saw, if you can. I know that Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene broke down some of what she saw. She took notes on it. Did you see anything on there from this informant that was filed on this form that troubled you?
The whole document is troubling. And honestly, the fact that we had to fight tooth and nail with the Justice Department to get access to this unclassified document is ridiculous. We still don't even have it in our hands. I had to sit in a room and be babysat by FBI officials in order to look through an unclassified document. And in order to look at it, we had to threaten to bring charges against the head of the FBI. So the irony here is that this SOB, Christopher Wray, was denying us access when we subpoenaed this document, and yet this guy's going to prosecute the President of the United States, and the Department of Justice going after the President because he was not fully, in their minds, cooperating with the subpoena. And the question at hand is, who's in charge of this country? Is it the deep state? Are the National Archives bigger than the President of the United States? The answer should be no. The American people, this is our country, we the people, and we shouldn't have to fight tooth and nail to get access to this document.
But after looking at that document, was there one thing specifically in there that made you say, I see now, this is why they did not want us to see this document? Did you see any evidence in there that was enough to charge the president with a crime?
Yeah, you've got a whistleblower, or this individual who is a paid informant of the FBI. They've been embedded in Eastern Europe for what clearly is for a long time. They're a trusted person within the business circles of Eastern Europe, and this person is an informant, and they are apparently currently an informant. And this individual, it reported in multiple conversations, his conversations before, during, and after which the Bidens were being paid. And all along the time, all of these conversations, this informant was trying to encourage Burisma not to make payments to the Bidens. And the final conversation, the Burisma executive admitted that they made the payments, he regretted making it, but that he had evidence, multiple sources of evidence, that Joe Biden himself had pressured this individual, coerced him to complete the transactions. So this corroborates what we have and what we got from the Treasury Department, where banks were reporting, huge volumes of money that are being transferred from these foreign entities into Biden family members' accounts. And this corroborates this from a completely separate, different source.
Yeah, allegedly there is a paper trail of said payments. I wanted to ask you about the FBI in general. When you saw this, again, this document that the Oversight Committee has really gone after the FBI to get a hold of, finally being able to see it, each member of the committee, were you troubled not only by what you saw the informant, what they allege, but also the lack of response by the FBI, perhaps? I know it's an ongoing investigation, but what is your response on how the FBI is handling this allegation made by an FBI informant?
Yeah, the fact that we had to fight to get this. First, they denied that the document even existed. Okay, we sent a subpoena to request any 1023 documents related to the Bidens. We were denied access. Then we specifically knew what date the document occurred, and we narrowed in on the information on that document, and they still denied it. until they finally had to admit that it existed because Senator Grassley had an access to the document. But here's what we now know. Not only did that document exist, but there are other 1023 documents that this one references. So the FBI is caught lying to us. They not only had this 1023, but they have other 1023s that they basically told us didn't exist.
You are the first person I believe we spoke with that on camera that has seen, again, this document. So my final question for you, I'd like to get your response on the Trump indictment as well, but I'm very curious to know, Congressman, what is next? You saw the form. Other committee members saw that form as well. What are the next steps by the Oversight Committee?
So there's several parts to this. One is that this references other 1023s. So Comer is going to get access to those 1023s. And then two, we know that there's other bank accounts that we have not looked at, including bank accounts that are directly owned by the Bidens. So up until now, we've only been able to see the records from bank accounts from associates of the Biden family. Now we're zeroing in and we are trying to identify exactly which bank accounts these transfers were being made.
All right. That is Congressman from Missouri, Eric Burlison, joining us again, one of the members on the committee that was able to see that document in a skiff, joining us live here on National Report. Congressman, thank you for sharing that. I know the American people appreciate it as well.
Thank you, Sean and Christina. We're going to do our part until we get to the bottom of this.
We appreciate it.